Hello and welcome back to another episode of the NCR podcast. This is part 2 of 3 of our After the 2018 CrossFit Games series. Today we're sitting down with Paul Tremblay and talking about his experience on the demo team. This is Paul's 4th time on the demo team. He's also demo team captain, and he shares a lot of really cool insight about not only what it's like being on the demo team, but what it's like with the newer athletes who are on the team, his interactions with the athletes competing, and also we talk a lot about his goals for next year and how he's going to attack it and what kind of fire this lit under his belly. So I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Please, wherever you're listening, leave us a rating, comment if it's YouTube, subscribe, and make sure you guys stay tuned for part 3 where we talk to Pete Shaw about what it was like judging Tia Clara Toomey in the final heat at the games.
You can last.
Okay, guys, enjoy.
It's coming from the guy whose whole job is based off the phone. You can last an hour.
Okay.
Might not even be an hour.
He's a millennial, you know, he needs...
I'm actually not a millennial.
Are you too old?
No, I'm like that new thing they came out with.
You gotta sit a little closer.
The new thing.
Yeah, it's like a... What's it called? X generation? Generation X?
No, that's before millennials. That's us.
Dude, millennials are like 85 to...
Oh yeah, you're a generation X.
Yeah.
I want to check before we start. Is this recording already?
Yeah, but I can...
That's totally fine. You don't have to. I want to see...
Must be nice to have your cell phone.
What's the cash prize for teams at the games?
Well,
It's like
Cash prize
$5 each.
for affiliate
cash prize.
cup.
The payouts went up this year. That's a dirt bike ripping by for everyone who's listening.
Yeah, like what the
I've never seen a dirt bike here before. CrossFit Games. Yeah, 300K was the top individual person this year. That was
this
first.
year.
Teams don't make much money, man.
I think it's the same as...
Teams of 6?
Yeah, like they split
Team,
up the same money.
$70,000. That was in 2016.
Divided that by 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
I
was
think
6
it's,
back then.
I think it's by...
Graham Holmberg won $25,000
Yeah, I know.
in 2010.
Rich Froning won a $500 Under Armour gift card in 2010.
Really?
Yeah. He won a $500 Under Armour gift card, and then they got sponsored by Reebok like a month later.
Man, I wish I had my phone to look this stuff up.
He still hasn't.
Okay, wait, so is there...
If you weren't looking at the ceiling in the last podcast, then...
Okay, wait, I still want to...
Did you guys hear that intro thing I did last time? Did you listen to the last podcast?
No. I didn't listen to it because I was part of it.
Did you listen to it, PT?
The what?
Dr.
The intro?
Jen's podcast?
Yes,
Did you
I like that.
voiceover intro I did?
Yeah, that was really
A lot
good.
of podcasts do that, so
Mhm.
I'm going to do that more often. Comment below if you guys like that.
Yeah, comment below.
I'm going to do it anyways.
Comment right here.
Okay,
Do something with that?
media workouts.
What do you
Comment
want?
right here.
Website info.
I can't put a link to the comment now, but the comment is below. If they scroll down, they can comment.
Okay.
Okay, here's my phone. Find it for me, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna take my
Get
phone
it
back
started.
after.
Okay, take his phone back after.
What episode is this of the podcast?
Oh shit. I don't know. This is episode part 2. Actually, this would be part 3 of the series post games.
Cool.
I think it's at least we've passed 10 for sure.
That's great.
Close to like 11 or 12, but welcome back.
Thank you. Haven't been on the podcast in a while.
I know.
Good to be back.
Welcome back to Ottawa. And
Thanks.
June.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
I was at the games for 11 days, Sarah will tell you.
Yeah, I remember day 1. I asked her, I'm like, how's the single life? She's like, 11 more days.
Yeah. It was the longest I've been away, definitely since George was born. But even Felix, I think that's the longest I've been away from Felix.
Is it hard as a dad?
Yeah, I mean, it just adds a little bit more, like...
Does it make it different than just missing Sarah? Because I know
Yeah,
I go away for
absolutely.
11 days, I miss Ray, but
Yeah.
is it worse when you have kids?
Yeah, definitely, man. You miss the boys, for sure. It's just the last... I mean, you're super busy, and
Yeah.
I just mostly feel bad for her being with the kids alone, but she had a ton of help.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun when we get back. When I got back, she was waiting for me at the airport with Felix and George. And she 100K for the
This will be
team.
25K.
Hey, man.
That's pretty good.
Did Felix freak out? Was he really excited?
Yeah, he was super pumped. Pete was there too, and
That's cool.
they had like made a little papa sign.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was fun.
That's dad in French.
For those of you who don't know.
Those of you who don't know. So talk about it. How was it?
It was great.
Yeah, you liked it. You're, well, let's say, I mean, most people probably know, but you're captain of the demo team.
Mm-hmm.
Year 3 on the demo team.
Year 4, man.
Year 4.
Yeah.
A solid wily vet.
Wily vet on the demo team. I got some serious chirps all week long.
From athletes?
Oh yeah.
Just being like washed up?
Oh yeah. And Matt Frazier going, I wouldn't be fucking caught dead up there, you know? I'm like, I was talking to Matt the last day.
Yeah.
Saying something like, oh, next year, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll be on the demo team next year. And he looks at me, he's like, you'll be here. I'm like, yeah. I'm about half a decade on the demo team.
That's crazy. You're like halfway to Ben Smith's 10 years of
I know, man, it's crazy. It's, every year is different though, right? Like every year has a different feel to the games, and just being able to be part of the behind the scenes of the games is really amazing. Obviously, I would rather be competing, and you ask any competitor that, that's the answer.
Yeah.
But
probably cool to see how it goes, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel very fortunate that I've been able to actually be part of behind the scenes and get to know Dave on a personal level, more like before the games, and kind of just be in his corner and be part of constructing the CrossFit Games.
Right.
Be a small, tiny little part of it.
Can we talk about what happened before the games now?
Yeah,
Is that
we can talk about that.
So you went down to test the workouts beforehand too, which is super cool. People would probably be super interested to hear that. Talk about that. That was when? That was in June, right?
It was like beginning of July. I went down to San Diego.
Did you go to the secret testing lab that was in the Fitness on Earth?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I went there last year too.
Was that at the ranch, or are you not allowed to?
No, that's not at the ranch. No.
In an undisclosed location?
Undisclosed location.
A bunker somewhere in Nevada?
Somewhere in California. Yeah. So I went down there and we just tested a bunch of workouts.
What did you test?
That weekend I tested the CrossFit total.
Okay. Everyone wants to know. What did you get in the total? I want to know.
My total was 1270.
Would you have won?
Yes.
By 20 pounds, right?
Yeah, but you got to pay to play, bro. Got to pay to play. I was asked that question all week. Oh, what would you have done?
You would have won the total. I believe it.
If I would have hit the numbers that I hit that morning.
You're not going to miss your squat and your deadlift, though. It's not like it's a clean and snatch.
But it was the hardest squat of my life.
What'd you hit?
I hit 525, which I've hit before. But the scenario was like, it was Sunday morning before leaving. So I got there Thursday night or Friday night. We tested Friday night, and then we tested a bunch on Saturday, and then I had to leave at like noon on Sunday. So Dave is like, let's come to the thing at like 8 or 9. We'll test a few things, and you can rip to the airport. So I get there Sunday morning, and I test the final. Again, I had tested it the day before, which was a pegboard, a thruster yoke, because he was really.
That's not a bad one for you either.
No, but the pegboard was pretty tough.
Yeah.
And when I tested it, was
thrusters.
and we were that workout. It was more or less like, let's really figure out how many thrusters is like that limit of.
Like the winners will go unbroken.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be competitive in that workout, you have to kind of do that unbroken. And the yoke, because we had tested it, a few of us had tested it, and it was like, what's gonna are these athletes gonna be able to lift it or walk it at the end of the weekend? And we try and keep that into consideration as well, like when we're testing it, and when we debrief with Dave, it's like, how are they gonna feel? What have they done that day? So I had done that workout, and then he got Carleen Matthews to test the CrossFit total, and he hadn't told me yet. So then when he tells me there's a CrossFit total at the CrossFit Games, right away, I'm like, oh man, that's really cool. Like that's the first time in forever, and that's just a really, I see that obviously, and I'm like, that'd be great to participate in. And then he goes on to say that he's like, yeah, maybe I should have done that at regionals instead of the 333.
So that was the one.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, Dave, that'd have been great. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
He's like, did you know that you'd be at the games if you didn't have the 333 at regionals? I'm like, yeah, Dave, like, thanks. Man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that was the big one for sure.
Yeah. So he got Carleen Matthews to test it in a different format. So not like the 4 minutes.
Okay.
And then when she finished that, we were just discussing it, and we were going over like Dave's whole goal all the time is like to have the best show possible and have the best test possible. And it's not to mess over athletes or screw them up. It's like, let's give them a scenario where they can really excel in a safe way. So the way that Carlene did it wasn't the best in his opinion. So like we started talking about different formats.
What was the way that Carlene did it?
I honestly don't remember, but I think she had a set amount of time per lift.
Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
No.
It's 4 minutes per lift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 4 minutes for 3 lifts.
Yeah.
And you could do whatever you want in those. Like you could take as much time as you
like
want.
One lift, it was timed.
Exactly.
Because you had a 4 minute window to do like 3 lifts.
Yeah.
So it would have been like you have like 30 seconds to hit one lift.
Exactly. So things like that.
Okay.
So and then he came up with that 4 minute window, and then we were chatting about it, and then all of a sudden he's like, warm up, you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool.
You're maxing out to the hardest list.
And it wasn't like I need to see your numbers. It was like I need to see how you do in those in that time frame.
Yeah.
So I warm up real quick, and then I put the weight on the bar.
1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, 5 plate.
Basically, yeah. And then my first lift was like probably 455.
Yeah.
And then I went 470 or 485, and then I just made the jump to 525.
And you hit it?
Yeah, I hit it. It was the hardest lift I've ever done in my life, though.
You just got stuck? Like on the way up?
I got stuck, and I was literally going through my head like, I'm gonna fail my first back squat ever, because I've never failed a back squat still to this day. I'm gonna fail my first back squat in front of Dave Castro. This sucks.
Yeah. But then you just said, no, I'm not.
Yeah, there's a video of it. He sent it to me. I literally go down like half an inch and then just like kind of come back up. I don't know what happened, but anyways.
I have a question. A lot of people have been wondering. Did you go below parallel?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Get it? I'm just kidding.
Below parallel. I had a judge.
Just like all those air squats.
Oh really? Yes. You judges, you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, because I guess
Mike
they gotta
G.
make it.
Mike G was there judging. So was Tim Chan as well. Like
They didn't have each other?
they didn't have Pete Shaw, the ultimate judge
The
there.
ultimate judge.
No.
Still can't believe he judged you. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
another podcast.
No, I went below parallel, man.
I'm just kidding. I know.
Then I stood up and I put it in. I put it on the rack and I'm like, wow, man, that felt tough. And that was my third lift. So then when you go from the back squat to like completely maxing out to you go to the shoulder press. That would required a lot of strategy, I thought, because like you go and
You have a big shoulder press too, really.
I do, yeah. I went 185. No, I opened up at 2. No, I opened up at 205. I went from 205 to 240. And I remember like unracking 240 and being like, this is a stupid jump. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, and then I got it. And then I put it down and I went for 255 and I missed it.
So you tied Craig Kenny's 240?
Yeah.
Nation.
Nation. That was epic. That was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then you go to the deadlift. And
What did he get no rep for? Did you guys know?
He moved his feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't locked down. He moved his feet. And then I went to the deadlift. I went to 455 and then 505. And after getting 505, Dave looked at me and he's like, "You don't have to do another one if you don't want to." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you hit 505 in your deadlift. What's your PR?
545.
So you probably at the games could have gone even heavier, right?
Even on that day. Yeah, on that day, I still had like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
I could have probably taken a minute 30 off and then hit maybe 525.
Mhm.
But it felt real heavy.
Yeah.
Like those guys who are PRing their deadlifts.
Yeah, Patrick Vellner, 595.
Yeah, man. Like your central nervous system is shot from if you really went for it on the squat.
That's it though. I don't think everyone. I think everyone tried to PR their heaviest lift.
Yeah.
Like mainly with the squat and the deadlift.
Yeah.
Not so much the press.
Yeah.
But like you saw guys going for broke on the squat and like not doing as much on the deadlift and like vice versa. That's part of the strategy that Dave was probably looking to test, right? Like.
Yeah.
Kind of where they would go. What was harder, that week of testing with Dave or the beginning of the demo team?
What was harder? The week before the games, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like then
actually
going down
having
and
demo
testing.
season? Oh okay.
Yeah.
I just picture it being like when you're testing it, like him testing variations of the workout that are 10 times harder than what he actually puts out in the games.
Oh yeah, like the variation of the battlegrounds that we tested was definitely harder.
What was it?
I tested one with more rope climbs.
Yeah.
On the way there and on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like kind of shot your grip.
Right.
For when you got to the obstacle
course.
course. And he had one girl, he had Jessica go with a significantly longer run.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at both those time caps and he's like, that's not the stimulus that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So we shortened the run, took out some rope climbs, and it just made for like more of a sprinty workout.
Mm-hmm.
Like sprint across the field with the dummy. Oh, we played around a lot with the dummy, just making sure like how would people try to cheat this?
Right. Did anyone cheat it, do you think? Was there anything that
No.
was like, no?
No.
How would you cheat it?
So I tried putting the dummy on my shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like actually on my shoulder like this, like.
But wasn't the rule you had to drag it along the ground?
Yeah, there was a rule. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But
Because
that's exactly
Which
because
is
if you can
interesting.
get the dummy on your shoulder, you can obviously run way
It's like a
faster.
yoke, yeah.
Yeah, but it was super awkward to get
But
on the
like
shoulder.
Cole Sager, who won the event,
Yeah, that was funny.
he grabbed it and pulled it
Yeah.
like facing
Full
forward.
football.
Yeah.
He's the only guy who did that.
Yeah, we didn't even think of doing
Horvath
it.
did it at the end.
Yeah,
Last one.
probably from watching him do it.
Probably.
But it was interesting because I feel like had other guys done that, they would have had a better advantage.
Yeah, I think it might be a specific adaptation for him too, though, because you practice those types of pulls and pushes in football a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just seems more natural
Moving
too,
forward.
right? Just moving forward instead of moving
Yeah,
backwards.
I think, I don't know, maybe not, but I think we pull a lot more than we push sleds and objects in CrossFit. Like, sorry, and by pull, I mean not like pushing with something in front of you, but tied to your waist and running forward. We do that less than having something tied to your waist and moving backwards.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know.
big time. Like walking backwards is slower and harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we tested it, here's the thing though. When you walked backwards and hugged the dummy to your chest, it's easier to move the dummy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's harder to go faster because you don't have the room
Right, your
for
feet are like little choppy steps.
Exactly. But less of the dummy is dragged on the ground. So like what he did was faster, but it did exert probably more energy.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean it's a short workout
It's just
and
the fact that he's able to move faster
Yeah.
too, right? Like,
yeah. And like that last buddy drag at the end of that workout,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, a lot of those guys did it unbroken, and I thought that was the most impressive part of the workout.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine how shot your legs would be after
Man.
all that, man.
It was funny. Even like some of the girls, like they'd let as their feet crossed the line, they'd
Yeah.
like fall.
Yeah,
like their legs
Pretty much
were just-
everyone fell when they
Yeah,
crossed. Like
yeah.
everything just got poured out into it.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But
Yeah.
what? So day one. Well, you got to the game early.
Yeah, I got there on Friday, the Friday before.
The Friday before.
Yeah.
And that was just nonstop testing till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Explain.
It's
talk about
really
that.
cool. Like being part of this process is like it's hectic, but it's amazing. Like I get off the plane, I'm getting texts like when you get here, when you here, blah blah blah. I'm here at this hour, and then my flight gets delayed. I'm getting like texts like ETA. So I feel like Dave is just sitting at the place like waiting for me to get there to test. Obviously he's doing other shit, but you're just stressed out to like get there and actually start moving. So as soon as I get off the plane, I grab an Uber, I go right to the field.
Mm-hmm.
I have my luggage with me, I get changed on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is just there sitting, chatting with Jessica, who had just finished her
Mm-hmm.
version of the workout. And then he's like, okay, here's your workout. After like shooting the shit for a little bit, like, hey, how's it going? But it's been like, here's a workout you're gonna try. Get ready, you're doing this.
1 arm snatch, was that your first one?
No, that was the buddy, I did the battlegrounds.
Gotcha.
That was a nice snatch.
Thanks. So we did the battlegrounds like right after getting off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
No warm up. Go for it. I think that's what I think that's required to be on the demo team. Like if you need to warm up, you can't be on the demo team.
So like
Yeah.
Lucas Parker would never be on the
Never
demo
be
team.
on the demo.
Lucas would have a pretty hard time being on the demo team.
I think about that all the time because even like when Jason Carroll came out to demo the yoke thing,
Yeah.
I just think about it and I'm like, there's no way he's been in the back warming up.
He
for
was
that.
though.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that yoke, like we're reasonable as well.
Okay.
And Dave's not an idiot too.
Okay.
Like he's like when he wanted, because also the announcements. Like he wants the announcements to go well.
Yeah.
So he really wants.
What about like Cody Mooney? I feel like he called out Cody Mooney on that handstand obstacle walk course. Like he wasn't ready for that.
Impressive.
And then he did it.
Yeah.
But I feel like he wasn't prepped for that.
He knew he was gonna get called on for that, but I mean he didn't do much.
But
right?
you think about it too, right? A handstand walk is not something you need to warm up for, really.
You almost kind of got to be fresh for it. If anything.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas a yoke carry, like it poses more of a risk in terms of safety.
Yeah. When we tested that that obstacle course, walking, and Cody beat us all, so that's why he was picked to do it. That was really cool though. That was really fun. I actually didn't do too bad. I fell once on the stairs and got everything else unbroken.
You did the pair lefts unbroken?
Yeah.
Bars.
One first try. They're actually easier.
I feel like they would because you can secure yourself and pull yourself.
But it's
through
kind
it.
of freaky though.
It's freaky because you're above, you're a little higher. And honestly, watching that, I was surprised with how many people were struggling with not just that, but the whole thing. And I get it. Like
a couple bad spills
it's,
on that.
It's the last day of the games. Like people are smoked. Like their central nervous system is down and whatnot. But
A couple athletes like totally missed it and like landed.
Yeah. Well, a couple girls, scary.
But no, that wasn't too bad. We did a legitimate race there, which was really cool. That was one of the days, empty stadium, 4 lanes ready for us,
Yeah.
That was really cool to do.
That's pretty sick.
But yeah, and that Friday I got there, I tested battlegrounds, and then Dave's like, I'm going to get you to snatch. I'm like, cool, Dave. Like, what do you want me to snatch? You want me to go heavy? He's like, well, the event is 1 rep max snatch, so hit something heavy.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, no problem. And it's like, no one's there obviously yet. Like it's just people are setting up the stands, and you got the road guys like wheeling around, and he just calls the road guy over, and he's like, can you guys get a platform ready? Like how long would it take you guys? And the road guys are like on the ball, like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes later, there's a platform built in the middle of the stadium.
With plates in a bar.
Yeah, with plates in a bar and everything, just like boom, just like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then I'm like, all right, he wanted to announce that workout. So like 135, hit a snatch, hit a snatch at 185, then I hit 225, 255, 275. So like in 5 or 6 lifts, I'm at 275.
Yeah.
I hit 275 and it was kind of ugly.
Yeah.
That's not the one that you guys saw.
Yeah.
And then I look at him like, should I go heavier or should I just do that again? And he's like, do whatever you want. I'm like, I'll just hit this one nice and clean. So then I hit it clean, and that was it. But
He told you he was posting it to announce it?
yeah. So a lot of the times, I think that's new from this year, where he would film us do the workout. Well, not him.
The YouTube thing is new. That wasn't there, but the Instagram stuff is new.
But the full workout.
The full YouTube thing.
Like he had Jonathan Hayes, who's the social media manager there for the CrossFit Games. He would like follow us throughout the whole workout, and then he would post it as like the announcement.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. That was the first time we did that. But yeah, that's Friday. Friday's done. Go grab a bite to eat. Get to the hotel room, and that's my day's work.
Yeah. Rinse and repeat for the next.
Yeah. And then the next day, everyone got there. So the first day was just Jessica and myself, Jessica Griffiths. And then Saturday, I think Saturday everyone else got there, like Cody Mooney, everyone except for.
I'm just gonna go down there for a second.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone got there except for Jason. Jason got there on Sunday. But then on Saturday we tested a bunch of team events as well.
Right.
Which was really cool. Like we tested a team battleground. And, and then.
Did you have to test any of the swim events?
Yeah, we tested the whole swim event.
Really?
Yeah. So that was really cool
that
too.
Swim looked far.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit farther
Yeah.
than what we tested, to be honest, because we absolutely crushed
Really?
everyone's time. Yeah. So but you got to think as well, like there's no one else in the water, and pushing that floating thing. Like if there's no one else around you, it's probably significantly easier.
You mean you tested the team version? Not
Yeah,
the
I was
version?
so we split up.
Right.
We had one group do the team version, and then the other group all do the individual version.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What time of the day did you guys test it?
Morning.
Early?
Yeah, about 8 a.m.
That might make a difference too. Water's a little calm.
But that's when they tested.
Yeah,
That's when
that's
the
when they
individuals
tested.
did it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Not the teams though.
We actually, and we
Wow,
didn't
yeah,
test
yeah.
at the same spot either. We tested on the other side of the lake, just so no one would see us.
Right. That makes sense.
So that was really cool. I was like super nervous that whole morning. Like the demo team was, everyone else was like, making fun of me. I was really hoping for Dave to just not make me do it.
Why, did you not like swimming?
Well, I'm not a very good swimmer. Like the last time I had to swim that much was at the Granite Games, and it was 400 meters, and I remember that being really hard. And then I swam at Wadapalooza, and those were only 200s, but they felt good. But no, it was good. Like I felt not bad. I swam the 500 meters, and then we got on the lifeboat or whatever and did that. And then the run was kind of cool, like running as a group, holding a rope. I thought that was kind of cool. They've done it before, obviously, but I had never tried that. Ran 2K, and it's just like, you know, you're just pushing it a little bit more than what you think. Like Cody's a great runner.
Yeah.
He was doing the team version with me, and on the way back for the 2nd kilometer, like he started to pick it up.
He was pulling a little bit.
Oh man, yeah, he was pulling me. He had the rope back here when he was running.
Yeah.
And I had the rope back here, you know, or in front of me.
Yeah.
And we had the girls. Actually, the girls were behind me, but yeah, it was good. That was fun. Travis did the individual version. He's a pretty good swimmer, so he crushed it. And it's just really cool, you know. We show up. It's like 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. No one there.
Right.
You got Dave, Chuck, Todd, Boz. You know, everyone there who's like anyone in terms of making decisions. And yeah.
What's the demeanor of the other people on the demo team, like who haven't done it before? Like, are they like, what? I don't know. What do they act like? Did they take it seriously? Are they kind of joking? Are they?
That's a good question. Because everyone who's on the demo team is just
James caliber.
Yeah, absolutely, and like just dying a little bit inside, right? Just being
They're like
there.
bubble athletes, right?
Yeah.
Like at regionals, bubble athletes.
Yes and no. I mean, especially this. Well, so this year,
Yeah.
Travis has been in the games 4 times.
He came 6th, didn't he?
Yeah. Like this year he didn't make it, but I just mean like they're established. Like they've been in the games many times. They've been part of the show. Yeah. Carly Matthews finished 6th. The joke was they all finished 6th except for me. I was the only one on the demo team that didn't finish 6th.
Did Cody Mooney finish 6th?
Yeah, by like a handful of points.
That poor guy.
Yeah.
That's savage.
And he's fit, man. Like in everything that we did, we didn't test a lot of like CrossFit, pure CrossFit, because all that testing was done already. But like the guy's an athlete. Like he did a lot of, like he crushed the battlegrounds. So did Travis. Like Travis absolutely murdered that workout. But the demeanor is just, and I'd say like it's kind of my job as the captain and make them realize, if I see that they don't understand it, that it is a job. Like we're there to, like we're there for something that's a little bit bigger than what we are, right? So as much as you hate being in front of your peers, standing there and demoing what a squat looks like, you know, as much as you hate that,
especially because a lot of them probably aren't L1s. Were you the only L1? Or sorry, not the trainer, but on the staff. Sorry.
Yeah, I was the only one on staff.
Because like you're kind of used to demoing the air squat, so maybe it's easier. Whereas they
I just mean like standing up there and like you know just you know you're in front of the people that you're usually with. You know?
I just mean I think maybe you can look at it more as work easier. Because,
maybe
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it is, and no, you're right, because I was the only one on L1 from the team, and and everyone who works the games, you know, everyone who's got an important job, or even the judges and everything, they're all L1 as well. So it's like it's an easy line of communication between me and them as well. But they were so great this year, man. Like the demo team, like we had a dinner like the first night that we were all there, so like Sunday. And they were just like all down right away. Like they all got it. They all knew that this was a wicked opportunity. Yeah. We're gonna have so much fun, but it's gonna
sitting at home.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a job at the same time, you know, and it's gonna be some parts are gonna be boring, but all in all, it's like the best thing that you could be doing. Other than competing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and being part of it, and I think they really enjoyed just like kind of seeing, you know, Dave in a different light as well. You know.
It's probably valuable as an athlete to experienced that, right?
Yeah.
Inside the mind a little bit, kind of.
Yeah, inside the mind and behind the scenes, and you know, just having fun.
Maybe even appreciate it more for the next time you're out there as an athlete too, right? Like, like appreciate all the work that goes in.
What's the most valuable part of being on the demo team?
I would say it's given me like a massive amount of appreciation for the gravity of the games, like and how big the event actually is.
But how does that help you?
Valuable?
Yeah, like an advantage or like a thing that benefits you. What's the biggest benefit to you?
In terms of athletics, probably none. But in terms of how to run a successful business and how to see other people manage massive businesses like that.
Well, probably the networking too.
Yeah, the network, like meeting
Couple
people
Instagram
and like
followers.
Yeah,
You picked up
sure.
what? How many did you pick up this year?
About like 2,500.
It's more than I have.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
than
sure.
Pete Shaw has too.
I mean, it's exposure. It's staying in with some good, real, awesome people. Like you know, valuable is seeing Dave work. Like seeing Dave work with his group of leaders that make the games happen is incredible. It's just a really good example of strong leadership.
Yeah.
Making shit happen.
Yeah. Right.
Not sugarcoating anything and just making sure that everyone's on board and everyone is on board and knows what they have to do, and everyone's working towards making the best event possible. I think this year was a little bit different than the years past because, you know, as I evolve, I guess, in my role as a demo team guy every year, I get a little bit more responsibility, and luckily I was able to see a little bit more of that this year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's kind of what I bring back. It's just realizing that those big events and big companies are ran with some very strong and
knowledgeable
people. Yeah,
Not
leaders.
a shit show.
Yeah, it's not a shit show.
Yeah,
It's not.
Any good interactions with athletes or any funny stories with athletes? You must have some.
Yeah, I mean, we see the athletes every single day.
Yeah.
Are
you like back there in the warm-up area and stuff with them when you're not?
No, not so much. Like we stayed away from that. So we stayed away from the warm-up and everything. But
why is that? So you don't distract them?
it's not our place.
Okay.
You're stuck on an island with one individual male athlete. Who is that athlete?
Oh my God.
Craig Kenny. No.
I just have so many of them that are
Craig Kenny
friends.
would probably eat him.
Yeah, Craig Kenny would decide to kill me and eat me for food. That guy's insane.
Vellner? He get on your nerves?
I'm trying to think of like.
We can.
I mean,
totally offend
Vellner's
someone,
like probably
it's
one of my.
Probably not gonna hear it.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like one of my best friends of the guys that are competing this year. Like, am I thinking of right? Yeah, like Craig Kenny's up there.
Because those guys you're close with are like Dan and Austin. They're not competing.
Yeah. You know, close enough with Ben and Scott and guys that have been doing it for a long time, like Matt, obviously.
What about Pablo Chalfun?
I didn't talk to him.
You really?
I did not.
Come on, man.
Oh, you know who's really funny though, and like unassumingly funny? Bjorkvin. Bjorkvin's a funny
When you can
dude.
understand him, probably.
Yeah.
What's Holmberg like? Did you talk to him?
Hogberg.
Hogberg.
Hogberg's a funny dude too. And you know
He's
what's
funny.
You know what's cool about Hogberg? I have a good story about that. Is at the Invitational in 2014, at the end of the weekend, I remember like wanting to exchange my shirt with Rich or Jason Kalipa, right? I was like, I'll give him my Canada shirt and they'll give me, and I was still kind of new on the scene. I didn't know them that much. So like I didn't want to be a fanboy.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Europe team and I'll ask one of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not as popular and whatever. And then I switched it with Hogberg.
Yeah.
So I have a Hogberg jersey at home,
Sick.
and he has a Tremblay jersey at his place. And then I remember I was moving right before regionals, or right after regionals, and I was packing all my shit, and I looked at the Hogberg shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. You know, and I thought to myself, man, I really wish I would have gotten that Froning jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's Hogberg then? And then boom, he finishes third, and I'm like, yeah, that's sick. Okay, now I have a, I have
Probably
his
won't
jersey.
sell for as much on eBay as Froning's would, but
Yeah, no. But I thought that was funny when he was doing well. I'm like, wow, cool. I have his jersey.
Yeah.
No, he's a good dude too. Happy for him. I think he missed it last year and maybe even the year before. I think.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like he hasn't been there for a minute.
Yeah, he hasn't been at the games for a couple of years.
Definitely
He
not
makes a
anywhere
comeback.
near the top.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Is that a fluke?
I don't know. I don't know if there's such thing as a fluke at the games, to be honest.
Programming? I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't a good test. I think it was an amazing test, but I feel like even if you have weaknesses, sometimes there might be something
But
within
you know
that
what
weakness
though?
that
He
you are.
had an early lead and he held it.
Yeah,
That's how you know it's not a fluke.
The thing is, like, if I don't think it's well, I mean, if you count a full year as a fluke, you know, maybe like he won't have the same year this year.
He didn't win his region, did he?
No, but I mean,
Neither did Laura Olga.
I mean, he did well at the games. He must have put in some serious work.
He
you know
might have
what
won
I
his
mean?
region. I should fact check that.
Did he though? No, the Russian guy.
Yeah, the Russian.
Oh,
guy.
was he in that region?
Well, let me
Yeah,
see.
that's Europe.
Let's see if he. Anyway, keep talking.
So the funny interactions I had was with every time I'd see Pat, man. Every time I see Pat
No,
after
the
the cargo
DQ
net.
guy came third. Holmberg came third. The DQ guy was tied for third. Anyway, whatever. Holmberg came third. In his region.
Every time I saw Vellner, man,
The
I
fall?
couldn't stop laughing. I
It's a
felt
bad
terrible. I'm
fall.
like, after I made sure that he was all right,
Yeah.
that he wasn't seriously hurt. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's just like, stop laughing at me.
Well,
I'm like, man, I can't stop.
Do you think that they embellish that too much? Like, it's a sport. People are gonna fall. Like
But
any
you know-
other
you know
sport
what
in the
they-
world, they wouldn't even like
But
in
what
hockey
they
or rugby.
embellished,
They wouldn't
what
think
they
twice about
embellished
that.
was the fact, like they brought it back to his athleticism about how he's like so talented as an athlete that he took that spill, not only got up but like continued to do.
But I
well
feel like
throughout
that's a
that
real
day.
thing.
That's a real thing in sport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but-
the reason I haven't died falling off my electric skateboard the 3 times I have is because I played contact sports all my life and I know
But
how to fall.
that's what they're like. That's what they're embellishing. Is like they're like really,
Hmm.
you know, like.
I just noticed they didn't leave it alone. They were like
Yeah.
talking about it the whole time. I'm like, he's
Well, he
fine.
is. Yeah, he was fine, but I mean, that was a serious
It
spill.
looked.
And
And
it's
it was
like,
also you caught 2 people falling.
Yeah,
in
him
that
and
clip.
Fraser.
that was
So it
amazing.
was a
That's
good
the best
split.
part. It's
Fraser's
like,
looked more dramatic because Vellner fell straight on his shoulder. Fraser
Fraser got a
flipped
little-
basically.
Well, Fraser's
got
foot-
lucky.
Yeah.
if Fraser's foot didn't get stuck, he would have broken his neck, man. He was falling straight down.
Yeah.
Straight down. And then you're like processing that through your head, like, oh my God, Fraser almost died. And then Vellner comes out of nowhere and just
Yeah.
drops like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
And that's
Wearing
why
a
it's
weight vest.
so
Yeah,
funny.
It's true.
Yeah.
Forget about the weight vest.
But like, I think Vellner put it the best. He's like, if you've ever played contact sports and you've gotten rocked and the
Too
wind
much
knocked
noise,
out
yeah.
of you, like that's what it felt like. And the
Yeah.
guy, he's played some pretty serious lacrosse.
Yeah.
You know, he's played a lot of sports, and lacrosse is a
It's just like getting hit
badass.
with your head down.
yeah.
You
And
just-
like, you know, you take a fucking hit, you skate to the bench. We're
Yeah.
not in lacrosse, but I remember this a lot. You know, like you get rocked. I didn't get rocked that much, but I rocked
A little center
people.
of gravity.
And then you get to the bench and like you're having deja vus.
Yeah.
You know, you're like not entirely sure where you are, and like probably in hindsight those were
A
concussions.
little bit concussed, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then like you get back into it and you're like, okay, cool. Like
Yeah.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Hashtag CTE.
What's the priority work for the rowing?
4 rounds, 250-meter row in a 2-minute window.
Max burpees.
Max
Yeah.
burpees.
Rest 2 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's 250, maybe 200.
It's 250.
You
In
should.
a 2-minute window.
Yeah.
Rest 2 minutes.
That's a piece of gold from the NCR program for you guys who are listening.
Why is he
Soon to
asking
be
me
available
that?
on Beyond the Whiteboard.
And I programmed for him. It's on his document.
Are we on Beyond the Whiteboard yet?
Yep. It's not on our website yet though. But
Okay. So soon to be available.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Always plug. What?
You're asking me about interactions with the athletes.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, like, did you have any not good ones where they were like, fuck off, I'm doing something?
No.
Not you, maybe, but one of the newer athletes where they, like, your experience, you know what to do, what not to do. But did one of the newer ones maybe send a chirp when they weren't supposed, like, do you see any of that happening?
No.
It's in their best interest to be as nice as they can to this guy because this guy knows workouts that they don't know and stuff, right?
No,
Fraser
I'm
was
not-
always trying to get nuggets
Yeah.
out. Like
Yeah, I
it
can
was
imagine.
funny. He almost did out of someone. Like it was funny. He like said like, how many of these do we have to do? And then
Oh, in chaos?
No, not even in chaos. In another workout, I don't know how he knew that there was double unders in it or something.
Well, probably because you hadn't done any all weekend.
Yeah. Anyways, it was funny. Then I heard he did that, so I went up to him like, "Yeah, leave my fucking teammates alone, all right? Like, stop trying to get info."
Yeah.
He's like, "You got to keep your team in check. Like, they almost spilled the beans."
That's so funny.
Yeah. But no,
I feel like when the fittest guy alive comes and asks you a question, it'd probably be hard to.
Yeah.
What was like your high point of the weekend? Did you have like one thing that stuck out to you?
I'm telling everyone that the highlight of my week was testing the bike workout.
The crit? Yeah, I remember you
that
texting
was-
me after you said that was
Man,
really
that
fun.
was so cool. Like, we were on a high after that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the whole team were just like, we went to dinner and we just couldn't stop talking about it.
Did you guys hit each other? Was there any like crashes?
I almost crashed, just taking my second corner and like my pedal hit the ground, but no crashes.
Mhm.
And it was just really cool how it all happened. Like, that day, all the individuals were getting, they were getting fitted for bikes, and they had like probably 3 or 4 hours of getting fitted, learning how to bike, learning how to switch to gears, clip in and out. And then we get a call saying, 2 guys and 2 girls go get fitted for bikes right now.
Right.
And then we get there, and I'm thinking in my head like, fuck, I really want to do this, you know. I want to be the guy to test it. And then I let the 2 other guys do it. I got Cody and Travis to do it. So they get fitted and everything, and I'm thinking like, fuck, I really wish I was doing it.
Yeah.
And then Dave shows up like 30 minutes later, and he's like, "Do you guys get bikes?" And he's asking me this. I'm like, "No, we just got these 2 and these 2." And he's like, "All of you get fitted for bikes." I'm like, fucking right.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all getting fitted for bikes, and we're all testing it. And I get a message later saying, "Be there for 7:30."
That's really cool.
Yeah. So they closed the whole grounds down. It was really sweet.
Was that before they released? No, that was. They definitely released the event.
They
already,
announced
right?
They announced it, and
Yeah.
we did it the night before.
Yeah.
The Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sun's going down, doing a full-on race.
Yeah.
With only, because they wanted to test the scoring.
Yeah.
And
Like the chips and
yeah,
shit?
the chips, and how the rolling start would work,
Mm-hmm.
and how it would look, you know, around the corners, and
Right.
yeah. So we did that, and that was really cool.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You didn't have to test the row.
Did not have to test the row.
Everyone kept asking that. I'm like, why would you ever have
Oh
to
my
test the marathon
God.
row?
No, did not test that. Man, Dave didn't even joke about it. He didn't need us to do that.
No.
Carlene on the team was like actually trying to convince us to do it. And then I'm like, no, we shut that down real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
She was awesome. She just wanted to work out all the time. It was amazing. And like I told her at the beginning of the week that like we won't have that much time to work out during the day. You know, like we have at the games. When the games start, we have to be at announcements and briefs.
You'd say the volume's less than the volume in training?
Not the first part. The first part is a lot of volume because we're testing a shitload. But once we're done testing and the games
During
start,
the games, right?
yeah, it's quiet. There's some quiet time. So she's just like, yeah, no problem. And she would get up every day at like 6 a.m.
Trade.
Yeah, she would train. She would train at the hotel.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then like during the briefs, she'd be in the back like rocking air squats, and she'd like come up to me. She's like, I'm at 150 air squats so far. And I gave her the challenge to do 500 for time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's done it yet, but
500
she was
without
cool.
moving your feet.
Yeah.
Without moving your feet. Yeah.
Remember you
Oh yeah,
posted
that is
like
the trick.
3 years
That's
ago or
the
something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
the trick.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not a trick. It makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the trick. Sorry, the
The standard
Yeah.
standard.
to the epic NCR at home one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd say that was the. I think that was the highlight. And another highlight would be, like I said already, just like kind of being brought in a little bit closer to the behind the scenes, and being able to see, being part of some meetings, some planning meetings, and even though like I didn't have anything that much to add or to do, just to like be able to participate in that and see it. I had not done that before, which that was really cool.
Do you get games fever?
Of course.
Last week I worked out way harder than I did before the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being there, does it like give you like that like really like that? I mean, you obviously want to go back as an individual, but does that, or as a competitor, but did it make you go crazy excited for it? I've seen you work
Not
out
as-
once since I've been back, so.
Yeah, I took the
Back,
week off. I basically took the week off. I needed
Maybe
to,
not.
man. I was tired. I was tired last
It's
week.
probably different than what the spectators at home feel.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we do a whole lot of sitting around and doing. He's actually getting to work out and
Yeah.
test us.
Yeah.
So you're not
It's
as
like-
distracted by it, probably.
Whereas
But
we're-
definitely like watching it, like the years past, I remember like having
Well-
a different feeling. This year was a feeling of, I still feel like I belong there, so that's not leaving. But just a feeling that like if I do really want to go back, it's just gonna take a lot of work. In years past, it was more or less me thinking like I just need to change a few little things and I'll be good, But now it's just like, even testing the workouts and Cody and I going toe to toe on some workouts and he beats me, like the guys in my region.
Yeah.
He's fit, he's not stopping, he's
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
and he's fit in areas that I am really not fit in.
Yeah.
So it opens my eyes a little bit more.
Mhm.
That like if I do really want to go back, it's just gonna take a lot.
That's good though. Probably fires you up at the same time though, because you're
Yeah, it
not
does.
scared to work here.
No.
Hard-working dude.
No, but it's just it's obvious to me that I have some things that I have to work on, and I've always had that.
Well, we just did 5K at the track this morning, right?
Yeah, we did, and that's another thing actually. Maybe the most valuable interaction that I've had this weekend was spending some time with Chris Henshaw and Facundo, and
See the other aerobic capacity dude?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That name is not familiar.
Yeah, and he's it's still quite unsure as to what he exactly does. He just does everything.
Yeah.
He's a member of the Belgian Parliament. He's also
Wow.
a director for
Yep.
the Update Show and stuff like that. And he works with Chris. He's like an international relations guy and probably just like communications.
Mhm.
Anyways, he's great. He's hilarious. I had a great time with him, and I got to spend more time with Chris as well. And and they're going to be helping me out this year. So hopefully.
Does Dave talk about why in recent years there's so much running at the games? Does he ever mention that? I love it. I think it's perfectly balanced between regionals and the open, and I
There
think
wasn't
that might be
that
why.
much running this year.
No, I
running
think-
/ metabolic conditioning.
Yeah, like
The entire games,
Bloody
except
face
two
of the
workouts.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Well,
I think-
absolutely, but I'm just asking, does he talk about that ever, and why there's
not
not more
really.
Metcons at the games?
Not really. Dave just like
More Metcons.
Like 21-15 9 complexes kind of thing. There was one this year, I know.
There's two.
What was the other one?
Well, bicouple, one bicouple.
Well, okay, yeah. But I just mean like, okay, so
But like, yeah, look.
people complain about the row not being spectator friendly, the crit. That's more what I'm asking. Like,
The
does
crit was spectator friendly.
does he care about that kind of stuff?
He
And-
cares about the whole. He cares about the whole fitness test, so that we find the fittest person on earth,
Mhm.
and that it is safe, and that people enjoy watching it.
Mhm.
I think that's like
So
kind
it's
of
a
what-
balance of everything.
Yeah. And like he obviously knows that a half or a marathon can be fucking boring to
Yeah,
watch.
but you know what though?
People watched it.
Ask exactly. Ask
Yeah,
how
some
many
people had
people.
I had it on for 4 hours.
Yeah, like I-
we
so
were
did
playing
I.
pub. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone watched it, and they,
Yeah.
whether or not it was boring or not. Like I'm sure people were watching them when people
Yeah,
were finishing.
I
it
mean,
was
like
exciting.
I said, I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm in love with the games programming. I wish the games was the open programming because it
Yeah.
better suit me. But like, you know where I'm coming from? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, do you think you're asking me if I think that Dave does it on purpose to have more running at the games? I think this year was a little bit less, and I think what was it like? 2016, there was maybe 11 out of the 15 events had running in it.
I'm gonna make an observation right now. I think there was more running at regionals this year than there was at the games.
We ran for longer.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys ran a 5K. You didn't run more than 5K this year.
2K plus the running workout plus the battleground. Yeah, probably.
Around there.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
I was talking more about a running all night long.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
years past, there's been tons of running.
Yeah.
Dave just doesn't want strong dudes and just strong dudes to
Yeah.
be at the games and do well. You
Yeah.
have to be that full package.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts? Not much. Just it was a great experience.
Yeah.
I was super happy to have
You're gonna
that.
start like working for HQ developing stuff now after the athletic career is over in a couple of
I
years.
think Dave is still looking for someone to be his full-time tester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be such a cool job.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? But you'd have to.
Sorry.
But he wouldn't want you being his full-time tester when you're 38.
No, exactly.
He'd want it
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
prime.
He would
Yeah.
want someone to just surrender themselves as an athlete.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah.
I wonder how much you pay for that.
So-
Probably a lot.
Probably not that much.
Just run you into the ground.
Just ask for the first place prize as an annual salary.
Buddy, I'm pretty sure Matt Fraser would take that up.
Instead of having to kill
Don't
yourself
have to compete, just be there.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it was cool, and you know we didn't talk about absolutely everything, but we can't be here for 3 hours. So
That's fine.
I mean, if you're in the gym and you have some questions and
Comment below.
yeah, comment
I'll
below.
ask you any good comments. Unless
Yeah.
they're like
I love questions.
weird
too,
comments.
guys.
We're getting a lot of weird comments
Ask me
now because the
anything.
channel's gotten so
Oh,
big.
really?
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about who won, the performances. That's all right. Maybe another.
We'll have
podcast.
another podcast where we actually talk about games. I just
Who
wanted
you
to talk
thought
about
were
your
on
experience.
Yeah,
steroids.
of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
do another PEDs podcast. Man, some of those comments on the PEDs are hairy. Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks for listening.
Peace out.